Cocaine hidden in lingerie and dog crates, 1,500 kilogram shipments. Medellin drug lord Griselda Blanco managed to conceal both drugs and cash from authorities, but you'll be shocked to know how much she really accumulated during her lifetime. Before she was gunned down in a public hit in her hometown on September 3, 2012.
Pablo Escobar, Al Capone, Frank Lucas. These names belong to some of the most dangerous gangsters to have ever existed. Gangsters who amassed massive wealth from illegal activities like dealing cocaine, heroin, and liquor. Today, we take a look at the richest gangsters of all time and how they controlled billions of dollars. At number 6, Frank Lucas. Born in North Carolina, United States, Frank was a Black American drug lord who capitalized off the heroin trade in the 60s and 70s AS. Growing up, Frank worked as a drug dealer in the streets of Harlem and got connected with the Golden Triangle of Southeast Asia, which supplied him with drugs. Frank utilized this connection to cut off the Italian mafia in the heroin business and reportedly sold over $1 million worth of heroin daily. However, in 1976, he was indicted of drug trafficking by the U.S. Federal High Court and sentenced to 70 years in prison. But after agreeing to become an informant, his jail term was reduced to 5 years. Frank died in 2019. His life inspired the movie American Gangster.
Well, you ain't nobody.
My investigation indicates that Frank Lucas is above the mafia.
Lucas is the most dangerous man walking the streets of our city.
This is America.
And at his peak, his net worth was $52 million. 5. Al Capone, aka Scarface. If you've watched the 1983 box office movie titled Scarface,
say hello to my little friend!
Hey, big man, you want to make some big bucks? Let's see out there.
Hello.
You need people like me so you can point your fingers.
Assassinate you wouldn't be too hard to find.
Assassinate me? Who the hell would want to kill me? I got nothing but friends.
Then you'll be familiar with the story of this man. He is perhaps the most popular gangster of all time and founded the Chicago Outfit, a criminal organization that was into illegal alcohol distribution, prostitution, and controlled gambling rackets in the city of Chicago. With Capone at the helm of affairs, the gang amassed $100 million annually in revenue. Capone employed over 600 gangsters to protect his empire, using his influence and power to bribe police officials, judges, and even the mayor of Chicago. However, he was unable to bribe the IRS, who convicted him of tax evasion in 1932 and sentenced him to 11 years in prison. Capone later died in January 1947 after serving his jail term. At his peak, he was worth $1.3 billion. 4. Anthony Salerno. The Italian-born gangster nicknamed Fat Tony was famous for always wearing a woolen hat and having a cigarette stick in his mouth. Salerno was even named in Fortune magazine's 50 most powerful mafia bosses in the world at the height of his influence and power. He was a patriarch of an Ivy League criminal family and made a fortune out of loan sharking, racketeering, and gambling casinos, among other crimes. Salerno ran several drug rackets in East Harlem during the 60s and 70s when the heroin trade was much sought after. However, he was arrested and charged in 1988 with racketeering offenses and sentenced to 70 years in prison. Unfortunately, he died in 1992 after suffering a stroke at the Medical Center for Federal Prisoners in Missouri, USA. Fat Tony was reportedly worth $1 billion at the time of his death. 3. Griselda Blanco, Cocaine Godmother, and Black Widow. Griselda was a drug lord for the Colombian Medellin cartel. She controlled the cocaine trade in Miami from the 80s till the early 2000s and was reportedly worth $2 billion. However, the cocaine godmother was a ruthless woman who killed over 2,000 people while transporting cocaine from Colombia to New York, California, and Miami. Notwithstanding, the business flourished under her control as the organization reportedly made $80 million a month. Unfortunately, when she returned to her native country of Colombia in 2012, she was gunned down by a contract killer after serving a 10-year jail term in the U.S.
Cocaine hidden in lingerie and dog crates, 1,500 kilogram shipments. Medellin drug lord Griselda Blanco managed to conceal both drugs and cash from authorities, but you'll be shocked to know how much she really accumulated during her lifetime, before she was gunned down in a public hit in her hometown on September 3, 2012.
2. Amado Carrillo Fuentes. Nicknamed Lord of the Skies due to his massive fleet of aircraft, Amado was a notorious drug kingpin who controlled the Juarez cartel in Mexico after killing his supervisor, Rafael Aguilar Guajardo. Amado also laundered billions of dollars to fund his fleet of aircraft, which he used in importing cocaine from Colombia through Mexico before smuggling them to the U.S. for business. Unfortunately, while he was undergoing plastic surgery at a Mexican hospital to change his appearance, he died. At the time of his death in 1997, Amado was reportedly worth $25 billion. 1. Pablo Escobar, widely regarded as the king of cocaine. Pablo Escobar was the founder of the Medellin drug cartel in Colombia. He imported cocaine worth billions of dollars into the United States and distributed it globally throughout the 80s, 90s, and 2000s. Pablo amassed so much wealth that his influence became enormous, as he could bribe government officials while killing those who refused to accept his offers.
Se lo devuelvo.
Forbes magazine also listed him among its list of billionaires for 7 straight years, starting from 1987. However, he was killed in 1993 by Colombian forces with U.S. assistance after escaping from a Colombian prison.
Good long look at evil, and it reminds you of one thing.
Despite being accused of various crimes, he was loved by the masses for his lifestyle of generosity. His net worth was $30 billion. And that's a wrap for today's video. Please like, share, subscribe, and leave your comments. Thanks and bye for now.